Hello and welcome to Perfect Glamour Fashion. In today's tutorial, we're going to be learning how to make this Ankara baggy trouser or wide leg pants with elastic waistline and drawstrings if you want to add it to it. It's really very simple to make, so let's get right into it. So the materials we'll be working with would be this Ankara and then elastic. Now the elastic that is best for this is the 1.5 inch or the 2 inches elastic. I used the 1 inch elastic because that's what I had at my disposal. Okay, so get the 1.5 inch or 2 inches elastic. Now to fold your fabric, you're going to measure your hip circumference divided by 4 plus at least, that is the minimum you are going to add is 8 inches, but add from 10-15 inches to make it as baggy as you want. Okay, so I added only 8 inches because I didn't want it to be so big, but you should add at least 8 inches, but you can make it 10 inches, you can make it 15 inches, 20 inches, and so on. Okay, now I came down by my crotch depth, which is 12 inches. Okay, I'm using 12 inches, so if you are medium sized, 12 inches will be good for you, but do well to measure your crotch depth. Just sit on a flat surface and measure from your waist to your bum. That's your crotch depth. Next, I came down by my waist to hip. My waist to hip is 9.5, so come down by whatever. Just place your tape on your waist and then check where the hip is on the inches points. Okay, now the next thing I'll do is to mark my hip divided by 4 plus 3 inches. Now I'm using 3 inches because, like I said, I didn't want it to be so big. Okay, but if you folded with more than 8 inches, now this is what you're going to do. Simply mark your hip divided by 8. That's how to get your crotch curve in a normal day. So your hip divided by 8, whatever you get, I got 2.75. Now you're going to come from the far edge, you're going to come in by that 2.5. Okay, that's how you now rule a straight line up. Okay, then you now form your curve by ruling a curved line from your hip to that crotch extension. I hope that made sense. Okay, so just mark your hip divided by 8, come in from the side in by your hip divided by 8, then you now form your crotch curve. That's it for the front. Now for the back, I'm going to be extending what I have in front. I'm going to be adding 2 inches for the allowance for the bum. Okay, now what you have in front, just place your front pattern and then add 2 inches by the side, and you also add 2 inches by the upper part, that is the part of the waist, right? You pull your fabric down by 2 inches or 1.5, depending on how big you are. Okay, then that's it. I've come down by 2 inches. The next thing I'm going to do, so I'm going to form a slanted line from that 2 inches I came up by down to the extension by the side. Okay, and that's all I'm going to do for the back. I hope you saw me do that. You just come up by 2 inches and then connect it to the side. Okay, so now that you have cut that out, you are going to be joining the fronts and the back. But before I do that, I'll cut out the hand. Okay, the pocket. Okay, so you fold your fabric into 4, measure 8 inches. That will be the width of the pocket, and then you just place your hand the way I'm doing and cut out your pocket. Okay, so you cut that out and then you open up the part that is not open. Okay, so now you have 4. At this time you have 4 pieces for your pocket. Now I've gone ahead to join the 2 front pieces of camera. Okay, you join the 2 front pieces and then you also join the 2 back pieces. Okay, now you're going to come down, but from the side of the front you come down by 1 inch to place your pocket, and you place your pocket front facing front, right side facing the right side. Okay, and then you place it the way I'm doing in this on the screen. When you are done placing, you use your pin to hold it down, and then you're going to do the same thing for the other side. Come down by 1 inch, place your pocket piece front facing front and pin it down. You're going to go ahead and sew along this line that you pinned, and then you open it up and then top stitch. I hope that makes sense. Okay, that they are top stitching in order to hold it down. So we are going to do the same thing both for the front and for the back. And when you are done doing the placements with pin, the placement for the pockets with pin, you are going to go ahead and sew it down. And when you are done sewing, open it up, like open the pockets from away from the main fabric, and then stop stitch. Okay, now I'm placing the front on the back, as you can see, and I'll sew along this line. I'll sew down, sew into the pocket, then go all the way down. That's how I will join the front to the back. I'll do the same thing on the other side. Next is to join the down parts. Okay, first of all, you hold it with your pin, as I'm doing the down part. You hold it with your pin and then you sew all the way around, but then remember to reinforce that your stitch along that down part for because of tear. Okay, now for the encasing, I'm using 1.5 inch elastic band, but like I said in the beginning of the video, it's better you use 1.5 or 2 inch elastic band. Now if you're full, I'm going to use 1.5 for the to fold my casing for the band. So if I open it up, it's going to become 3. But for you, if you're using 1.5 inch or 2 inches elastic band, you should fold by 2.5 inch. So when you open, it's going to be 5 inches width. Okay, and then the length of the casing for the band will be the waist of the trouser. Okay, so you bring back your trouser, open it up like you're going to see me doing. Open it up, and then you're going to measure round to form the length. Now I saw that the length will not be enough if I just cut one string. I cut 2 and then I joined it together in order to achieve. See, I'm measuring it now. So you measure the waist, what you have along the waistline of the trouser, and then you use that to cut out the length of your band. I hope that made sense. Okay, if you have any question, ask me in the comment section. So that's what I'm doing. I'm measuring the length of my band. I will add 1 inch to it. Okay, whatever I get from measuring around my waist, trouser waist, I'll add 1 inch to it that I'll use and join the case for the elastic band. I hope that makes sense. Right, so how I will join this elastic band is that I'm going to, so I'll sew 1/2 inch first, then leave 1 inch and then sew out the remaining. I hope you saw that. 1.5 inch first, then leave out 1 inch space for passing your elastic, or 1.5 inch depending on the size of your elastic, then sew the remaining. Okay, now that I'm done doing that, I'm going to open this up and I'll top stitch on both sides before I will now go ahead to join it to my trouser. Now you're going, that place that you left that opening is where you're going to place in front. Okay, so just watch how I'm going to do it now. I'm going to identify that place and then turn it up, so that when I finish sewing, it will be facing, like it will be what will be facing out. Okay, so when I will place that side facing front, and then I'll sew round. I will join everything round the trouser. That's why the casing you cut is the length of the waist of the trouser, so that it can go round. Okay, so I'll sew that round, and when I'm done sewing that, then this is what I have. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to do is to pass my elastic into it. I'm going to pass my elastic through that 1 inch space that I left. That's why I left 1 inch space, so that's my 1 inch elastic can go through. If yours is more than 1 inch elastic, you should leave like 1.5 inch space or 2 inches space, depending on the length of your elastic. Okay, the width of your elastic, sorry. So for my waist is actually 32 right now, but I'm going to be using 29. So like use the waist circumference, that will be okay. All those 1.5 inch elastic and 2 inches elastic is usually not as stretchy as this 1 inch elastic. So place it around your waist and see what is comfortable, then you will cut it out and then insert into your casing. Okay, so use like from 3 to 4 inches less than your waist down Okay, so depending on what is going to be comfortable for you, so it won't be too tight, and to be able to open up enough, because you're going to sew on this, so make sure it is something, what you're using will open up enough for you to sew round, and the material will not be, gathering too much. Okay, so now I will open this up. I would push the elastic in very well into the casing, and then I'm going to go to the sewing machine and just watch carefully how I sew this. Now, this usually has two lines. For the first line, I'm just going to start sewing half inch, or yeah, half inch from the tip of the band. Okay, and I will stretch out. See the way I stretched out the fabric, the elastic in the fabric, so that the fabric will be straight, and I'll sew round it. Okay, so open up your fabric and sew round it. If by this time you have not subscribed to this channel, I don't know what you're waiting for. Okay, if you're seeing us for the first time, please join the family. We post sewing tutorials every single week, and we post sewing, not just sewing tutorials, also post business tips, the fashion business tips. Okay, so join us by subscribing. Now, after sewing that one line, the next thing is to go down by half inch from where you've sewn before, and then sew again. Or you can, like, from where you joined the band to the waist, come up by half inch and sew round. This will give you that double line that joggers usually have. Are you seeing how beautiful this is looking? Are you seeing that? Now you can pass in your if you have a rope, if you want it to have drawstrings, you can pass it in through that half inch that is left in between. Are you seeing that? Just pass it round, and then that's how you have your drawstring. Very, very simple. You have your pocket. You have a very beautiful piece here. Then you fold the down part of your fabric, and that is it. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any question, do well to ask me in the comment section. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.